Let's explore how building glutes boosts metabolic health for middle-aged women.
The big muscles of your thighs and your booty are what keep your metabolic health in check. Metabolic disease starts in the thighs and butt. So for that middle-aged woman who was like, I used to have an ass and now it's completely flat, I don't know what happened, that's your insulin resistance starting.
What if I told you that building a strong, defined gluteus maximum, i.e. butt, is not just for the aesthetic appeal, but for the overall health of your body? In this video, we'll break down the how, the why, and the what. Why is it important, how to go about doing it, and what specific things you can do in order to build that strength, develop the gluteus maximus, and make it a benefit for your entire body, not just the aesthetic appeal of a nice bottom. Allow us to dive in. I'm gonna break down, or I'm gonna jump into a video that shows you exactly what I do with some of my clients for specific glute workouts and glute movements. You can follow along with that. It's a brief, clear demonstration. Then we'll jump into grunt, break down the physiology of it, break down the health consequences of not having strong glutes versus having strong glutes. This is something you do not want to miss. Allow me to bring my client onto the stage, and we'll bring this workout up for you in just a second. We'll get her on the stage, get her. Okay, we have her on the stage. Now we'll jump into the actual exercise. I'm gonna take the volume out. I'm gonna explain to you what it is that she's doing. It takes about 1 minute and 30 seconds to get through this actual video right here that I'm showing you, and then we'll break down the benefits of having strong glutes and the detriment of not having strong glutes. Again, your glutes are not just for the aesthetic appeal of the human body. It is essential for the health of your human body. So now let's go ahead and dive in and get this video right here going. Make sure we got her out. Yes. So in this video, basically what you're watching right here is what is called a star jump with bands. Okay. Now we have her holding that star jump position at the bottom for 5 seconds. And then she's jumping into what is called a star jump, i.e. a cheerleader jump. All right. I'm going to minimize myself and maximize her and allow you to see her a little bit more. All right. So you'll do 5 of those. You'll hold that squat for 5 seconds. You'll need a resistance band. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you'll jump and you'll spread out. So that was the first move. This is called an in and out squat. We're still targeting those glutes. You have the band right above the knees and you're going in and out. This really targets those glutes real strong. That third movement is called a kettlebell front squat. We're doing it with the band. You can do it without the band, but I highly recommend that you get a band. And what you're gonna do, I want you to focus in on her technique. Her feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. As she sinks down into that squat position, she powers through, her heels coming up, and she squeezes her glutes at the top. So at the bottom, basically, she's doing a squat. At the top, she's doing a deadlift. So I like to call this a front squat deadlift combo. You want to do 15 reps of that. I'm going to replay this one more time so you can see it and so I can get you linked up with the actual training that you want to do for this. And then we'll dive into the health benefits and then we'll get you on out of here. I want to be out of here in about 8 minutes or less, all right? So we'll bring her back on the stage, allow her to demonstrate this one more time, all right? Again, what you're watching right here is a static, a holding squat at the bottom for 5 seconds, and then it's a star jump. It's that out star jump movement that is actually targeting the glutes tremendously with that band on. So holding the squat also targets it, but that out jump makes that or adds on to that in a way that really targets those glutes. You'll hold that squat for 5 seconds, and then you'll do 5 star jumps. 5 seconds, 1 star jump, 5 seconds, 2, and so forth up to 5. In this position, you're gonna hold that squat and you're gonna go 15 in and outs, all right? And then you'll go into that dumbbell, that kettlebell, what I call a front squat deadlift combo with the band on. You'll do 15 reps of that as well. You can do up to 3 to 5 rounds of this combination depending on your fitness level, all right? So that's the workout that you want to do. I want you to focus in on the technique, and then we're going to bring Grunk onto the stage. We'll let her finish so that you can see the technique, and then we'll bring Grunk onto the stage so that you can get some valuable information for your whole body, for your whole outlook, specifically targeting the glutes in this sequence, all right? So we'll allow her to complete these reps. We'll go back and we'll pull Grunk on the stage. I'll stay down here in the minimized position. We'll pull up Grunk, and that's gonna be what we finish out with, all right? So stay with me just a minute longer, all right? So now we're gonna bring Grunk onto the stage, and we're gonna come down into dealing with this situation when it comes to glute development. And basically I wanted to focus in on this. It's a ton of information on this. Again, if you want more information on this, just email me, all right? And we'll break down some things that you can do. I'll send you some of this information. All right, so this is the correlation between glutes, estrogen, and insulin resistance. Of course, glutes and the body composition. Again, the glute muscles are a major site for intramuscular fat storage and energy expenditure. Strong, active glutes improve insulin sensitivity by increasing glucose uptake in the muscle tissue. So you want to realize this, guys. The bigger the muscle, the more glucose that it can uptake. So the back, the quads, the glutes are some of the biggest muscles on the body for most people, and those are the muscle groups that you want to really target if you're dealing with any insulin resistance, or if you are trying to avoid becoming insulin resistant and maintaining your insulin sensitivity. Let's go on down a little bit more. It talks about estrogen's role in fat distribution. Again, many individuals don't understand that, especially when you go into the menopause stage, you start to lose estrogen. So therefore, if you had a strong gluteus maximum, a strong butt, a strong developed glute, then if you're not training it, you're gonna lose it. So you want to train it, because estrogen, again, is fleeting, and its impact on muscle strength, muscle growth is profound. So in order to offset that rapid decline in your glute strength, your glutes size, the sag that comes from not training the glutes and the loss of estrogen, you really want to focus in on these glute type workouts, all right? And again, it says estrogen and muscle growth. Estrogen supports muscle repair growth by reducing inflammation and promoting protein synthesis. This can enhance glute muscle development in response to resistance training. So for those of you who are not yet into the menopause stage, who may be perimenopause, etc., you really want to focus in on strengthening that glute and strengthening your whole body, to be honest with you, but strengthening the glutes, really targeting the glutes and building a strong glute. This doesn't mean it has to be round and the perfect size. That has a lot of other things that factor into being able to really round out your bottom. But to strengthen your bottom, and develop what it is that you genetically have, that is non-negotiable. So again, if you want more of this type of information, please drop a comment in the bottom. And again, I will eventually leave this stuff right here, or I have this stuff in my wellness guide, and you can get access to this. Just email me. My email is in the description. I want you to have a beautiful day. We're sending you peace, love, and always strength. And one thing you want to know and understand as well is I have a social commentary, political commentary, unbiased, unfiltered, unaffiliated YouTube channel that covers a ton of things that deals with politics, social issues, relationships, etc. All right, so that's another channel that you can tap into if you're interested in that type of stuff as well. We'll keep bringing you this type of information on this channel. Have a beautiful day. Sending you peace and love. Peace. I'm gonna replay this one more time so you can see it, and so I can get you linked up with the actual training that you want to do for this, and then we'll dive into the health benefits, and then we'll get you on out of here. Want to be out of here in about 8 minutes or less. All right.